Hey yo man, it's your boy Jaydotrain, man, and I'm rocking with Hoodlum ENT.
So let me ask you this then, with you being from Alabama, how did you wind up in Atlanta with the Cool Club and Scotty ATL and everybody?
Well, I started off as a fan of Scotty's when I was in school around 2008, 2009. This around the time Scotty was dropping, Spaghetti Junction, On the Road, Spaghetti Junction, Traffic Jam, stuff like that. And he ended up having a show in Birmingham, Alabama, where I, maybe like an hour or two from where I went to school at. Right. So I went down there to check out the show, and just a typical go-getter. So like after the show, I wanted to connect with him. I knew I wanted to get like a verse from him, so I just put up on him like, yo, you need to work with me. And he kind of brushed it off like, yeah, holla at my manager or whatnot. So I went and talked to his manager, and we ended up not really making anything happen, but we ended up getting on the same record together with the mutual producer that we both work with. And from there, it was just like we kind of cultivated a relationship. He maybe called me like 3-4 weeks later after he found out that I was on the song with him. Came out to Atlanta, and then I ended up coming back home, and then I moved out here, and we just been moving ever since. So probably about like 2014 is when I officially moved out here, and we just started moving since then.
Nice. So even with you first doing music anyway, did you already anticipate doing these steps that you're making as far as making them and whatnot?
Yeah. I always, like, it's weird. Like, I've always known that I was going to be like somebody that everybody will know or has known. And I don't mean that in like an arrogant way, but like even as a kid, like in church and doing, stuff outside of school, just extracurricular activities, I always have been a person who is like known by a lot of people. So I just kind of owned up to that whole, mentality, and I just been living that way. So I think that I've always known, but I'm blessed to be in the position I am now, for sure.
Right. And what is it about music anyway for you that that attracts you to it as far as with your music right now?
When I first started, it was just because I liked creating, but the older I've gotten and just listening to different genres and stuff like that, it's art, it's self-expression. So it's like being able to, whether people like it or not, be able to get your thoughts out on a beat. It's just like, you create your own vibe. So being able to do that is something that's real special to me. So that's why I really enjoy making music. A lot of times it's not even for the popularity. It's more just about being able to express myself in a way that, isn't always, known. So
Yeah. So even with your music too, how would you even describe your music for like a listener who hasn't even listened to it or just looking to explore it?
Well, a writer one time told me that I make music for like the common man. So it's like I talk about everyday struggles, life, love, lust, just everything that I'm going through on the journey to become, a better man, a better young man, just a person in life who's really trying to go after something different. So I would just say I make music for the common person who trying to get it and be something in life.
Right. And even with your music anyway, do you feel that you have that certain project or certain song that just stands out from the rest? Because most artists, they record a lot, they feel like each one always just tops it or whatever.
I think that for me, you never know in this day and age, like the way social media works, like you may hate the song, but it might be the biggest song you ever made. So it's like I can't say that I know I got it because I may not have made it yet, but I may have made it, I just haven't pushed it hard enough. So it's like nowadays you really don't know, so I can't just be confident and say, yeah, I got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So even with all your music as a whole anyway, you feel like people anyway, let me put like this rephrase, are you looking for a specific audience that you're catering to, or just anyone who's willing to listen who doesn't have to be that common man?
I think that I'm not really just making music just for one certain audience. I think that because it's so many different walks of life. Like I meet so many different people every day. I went to a white high school, then I went to a HBCU. So it's like I got the best of both worlds. Like I'm from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It's not an Atlanta, so it's not like predominantly black. So I've grown up around so many different walks of life and shit. Even now, like I stay in a city that is, it's a lot of Mexicans. So it's like,
different grammar.
I got different walks of life all around me. So I don't really just devote my music to one crowd. That makes sense.
Yeah. So even too, like, what's people's natural reaction anyway when they find out that you do music, or if they even listen to a track that you recommended?
A lot of people are blown because, like, I don't really tell people like that I do music. It's one of those things that I would rather like my work speak for me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really tell anybody, but they're typically blown when they find out because it's something that they wouldn't expect. You know, I went to school again, and you know I like fashion and stuff like that. So I'm doing everything that isn't the norm for a rapper. Like, I'm not selling drugs and all like that. Not saying that every rapper be selling drugs, but I don't really fit the stereotype of a rapper, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense. So even with you being not taking being that stereotype of being a normal rapper, would you say you can consider yourself, because most entertainers anyway, they're considered as role models and whatnot, so can you see yourself being put in those shoes, and would you be able to just accept it?
Of being a role model? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I think that for me, I want to be a role model. I want to be like the cool guy that kids look up to. My mother's a teacher, so it's like when I go home and we're talking about like what I'm doing, like I can see the look in the kids' eyes. Like I recently dropped a Christmas song, and it was clean, no curse words, and I was super proud to like show that to my mother, and like that's her favorite song of mine because it's like, first of all, not cursing. Two, it's just something. It's something that I can play every year. She played it for her kids in her classroom. I go on my YouTube sometime, and they got comments where they've been watching it so many times, stuff like that. Even now, it's not even Christmas anymore. They still listen to it. So like just being able to know that I'm making an impression on somebody's life, like I'm cool with accepting that role.
Yeah. All right. And capitalize on that with your music. When you actually make your music, do you go in with a certain mindset as far as making timeless music, or making a hit, or just making some music that's gonna fit in with any environment, or you just go in and use music as therapeutic and just a vent?
Man, like I said, I had an interview the other night, and I said it again. I'm very moody, so it's like sometimes I'm in a vibe where it's like, man, I gotta make the one, and sometimes I just want to get in that bitch and just like express myself and just vent. Sometimes I want to just get in my bag and talk about all the girls that want me, or the clothes and stuff like that. So it just really depends on my mood, for real. But I think that because I'm making music for everybody, or the common man, it's like for the person who ain't got it, at least they got the mindset to think like, I make them feel like something. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on the mood, really.
And also too, like right now with it's a new year already. It's not, it's just starting off and things of that nature. So have you set any certain goals with your music, or where you want to be at? And also, what do you have coming so far from them in 2019?
Well, definitely got a lot of goals. I'm trying to be on the road as much as I can, pushing my merch, just, different things I got going on. I just dropped a single last Friday. It's called HLF, Homie Love a Friend. Next Friday, I'm dropping my new EP, Before the Storm. I just dropped The Calm in September, so you got The Calm, Before the Storm. Yeah, man, we got a lot of content. Really pushing my DJ, my collective, Cool Fly Worldwide. We just trying to create something different on a fashion, just all around creative tip. You know what I'm saying? It's Cool Club, and you got Cool Fly Worldwide. It's some Jaydotrain type shit with DJ Don Jr. So just trying to do all things cool, man. Just keep cultivating the culture and pushing forward.
Right. And lastly, to the match, this as far as most entertainers, or I'd say rappers or singers or whatnot, when they come into the actual doing music, some of them have a time frame as far as they want to do music for 3-4 years or something like that, and then on to something new. Do you have that mindset, or you want to do music for as long as you possibly can?
I mean, like after a while, like your image not gonna be intact. So like you gotta create more than one stream of income, whether it be through making music and having different businesses. But I have a degree in psychiatry, so it's like, when I'm done doing this, I want to open a practice for, juvenile teens, you know what I'm saying? Because that's who really, like, touched me. So it's like being able to, talk to the young niggas and shit like that and tell them, like, you shouldn't be acting like this, or talk to that young girl who may be frustrated because her dad left her, some shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? I want to do that at some point. I want to get famous, do my thing, and I feel like a lot of people can fuck me because it's like, oh shit, I got the rap and psychiatry, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah,
I
definitely.
like that. It's nice. Yeah.
Hey yo, man, it's your boy Jaydotrain, man, and I'm rocking with Hoodlum ENT. HLF out right now. Before the Storm drops February 8th. Follow me on all social media at JAYDOTRAIN. Follow Cooley Fly Worldwide at Cooley Fly Worldwide.